It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Robert Spillane, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Raiders and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to... 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple plays combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this group. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I saw they had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Opting to run again here with White. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. On play action, Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You look at this Raiders defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brooks. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
23 yards on the play.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll try the option on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Hubbard. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3. But could not get the ball over the chalk. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Holding offense. Don't do us like that.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. O'Connell now off the bootleg. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to.
He's got it in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Meanwhile, Young's throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That throw by Young incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
On the return, Trey Tucker. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw here, O'Connell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now O'Connell. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Big Derek Brown making the stop. Here's Madison running left. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try to get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Young on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They start the drive with White. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we want to run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They run straight ahead here with White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing, O'Connell. That's caught by Tucker. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's complete to Sanders. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now here's Young. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Off the play fake, O'Connell. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Raiders at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that. And what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. A good pick up there at 20 yards. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback though for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is up there good from Pinheiro, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year.
Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game. So probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Back to throw, O'Connell. And he slings one that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ready?
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him down.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, it's Brooks, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And the Raiders have got him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Bryant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down now, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. That throw by Young incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's taken to the 26. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. O'Connell to throw on 2nd down. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A quarterback draw. Here's Young. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
To the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain it.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So out come the Raiders. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's caught by Tucker. That was a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's O'Connell. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Young to throw it. And down he goes. Brought down Anderson. Malcolm Kuntz in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll work down inside the 45. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now it's O'Connell. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. O'Connell now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 25. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On the toss, Madison. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
And caught by Tremble. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down.
And the Raiders have got him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, O'Connell. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's...
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Young. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Young. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. To the air once more, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as well as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. On the handoff, this is White. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So now Young and the Panthers down by 8. A little under 40 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Young. That's complete all the way to the Tyrone Tremble. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Young. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it. And that is the lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Young to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Young. And it's incomplete. They could not convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field they had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Raiders, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.